Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and the last few days have been a very interesting rush of a combination of things going wrong with things going strange. Like I even had one of those beautiful days where or evenings I should say, where I wasn't able to sleep for some reason. So I ended up taking a power nap shortly before work, and that power nap ended up turning into me being late for work. So yeah, you can see where things have been going from there. But okay, it is time for the next episode of the Signature Arcana Spotlight series. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the tier list. I've just been oddly busy and not had a lot of time to record. What that boils down to is me having enough time to record this, but not enough time to record, edit, and, take care of the tier list video. So I'm hoping that changes sometime in the very near future. Because, honestly, that needs to get done. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna do Dragon Circuit today. And even though Dragon Circuit doesn't exactly do a huge smackatillion amount of damage, it does do a lot of control. And the idea that it lingers for a while actually makes it very, very effective at keeping things at bay. Not to mention that homing effect. And then, yeah, as you can just see, if you end up accidentally hitting a wall with it, it still does the effect where it goes up into the air and then rains down on the enemies nearest it, so... It's a plenty good spell. It's generally not what I think of when I think I really need to use this as a signature. But, I don't know, maybe it should be. And here's the signature version. Which is basically just the regular cast, just on steroids. So you can see how this works out. Alright, and because this strikes a balance between being good for critical hits and being good for damage, we're going to take the, in my opinion, best all-arounder rogue. Of two, so pick your poison, I guess. Then, what do we run to go with this? For my money, I would recommend like a mid to long range damage spell. Like Dynamic Disarray comes to mind, so does Thundering Chain, but do we really want to focus that hard on lightning? Let's see what else we can run. Violent Thornstorm is a good one. The idea being that Dragon Circuit, there it is. Brain had to reboot for a second there. But the idea being that Dragon Circuit really does a fine job at keeping enemies kind of held in hit stun or just taking damage. So you can charge up something like a Furious Tempest or a Violent Thornstorm and be just fine. And now that I bring it up, yeah, let's just go Furious Tempest. We'll become the storm. And do I like Thunderline? I mean, obviously I like Thunderline, but do I like that for this build? We'll just become the storm. What the hell? I already said it. Now let's just play into it. Why not? As far as... I think what we do is we grab Curse Eater's Mask, since we're going to be starting with a Cursed Relic anyway. Alright, classic soundtrack today. Da-da-da-da. Alright, and while we farm up the retro floor plan, I want to say, again, thank you guys for continuing to support my Wizard of Legends series. I do very much enjoy doing this, and I hope you guys enjoy watching it as much as I enjoy making it. I have a good time doing this, even with the spells that I really don't like using. It's good to be able to understand why you don't like something instead of just going, it stinks! Okay, but why does it stink? Because it stinks! That's not a reason, you're a reason. It doesn't even make any sense. What are you talking about? Alright, and because we're relying a little bit on that shock status effect, I think we start with the twins again. Like, it's not a heavy reliance, but it is something that will be noticeable. Wait, he really wants me to go talk to Atlas. Alright, and we're ready. So, the thing with Dragon Circuit is that it might not be, like, the most heavily damaging spell out there. Don't get me wrong, it does fine damage. But it's also, because of how it works, it does a very good job at just stunning enemies and keeping them out of your face. Like, it's got fantastic range, and because of how it sweeps around the battlefield, it can cover a nice wide area. And of course it's a projectile, which means it interacts with enemy projectiles, creating lots of projectile clashing. But also, because of how it works, it can actually do a pretty good job against single targets, too, because of the rain of lightning dragons that come homing down on a single target afterwards. Which, if there are multiple enemies around, of course it doesn't come... It doesn't only rain down on one of them, is what I'm saying. It's just, that's what happens if there's only one target. And the signature cast goes through walls. Like, what I'm getting at is that this spell, because of how long it stays around on the battlefield, and all the little special effects really add up to quite a strong spell. Like, it's one of those things where it doesn't seem like it's doing a lot just because it's like, you know, each hit does 10 damage, and then there's that shock effect that doesn't last very long. It's like, it's all a bunch of very small things, but then they end up adding up to a very powerful spell just because it's so many quote-unquote small things that are just adding up over time. Hmm. Kind of like the idea of frozen bait, actually. Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and grab Dice of the Nemesis. And do I care about the ring? I'm gonna grab it just because it is some damage improvement, and some is better than none. And yeah, I'm gonna grab it. Nice, but I don't think I want that. Wow, look at all the freebies. Alright, so the one issue I have with the fortune cookie is that it's going to make it more difficult to actually permanently enhance some of my arcana. Which doesn't matter because I'm nothing nothing that could be enhanced by the fortune cookie is available in the shop, so that was a waste. I don't know if I want fadeaway rhythm. I kind of like this. Kind of like having range. I miss having range. Anything good? Kind of. We take that, obviously, because, Curse Eater's bundle. We grab that for potential use with the Hunter Stiletto. And that's Dr. Song. Unfortunately, no, we're just going to move on. And no, I'm not going to take the fortune cookie because I want to be able to permanently upgrade these spells, and if they're upgraded via another method, then then Iris will not offer them. And no, I don't want Flame Strike. I always get Flame Strike and Flame Breath confused. I swear one of these days I'll figure it out. Owie. Oh, hey, where'd the caltrops come from? I don't know, Dark Sage. Maybe someone threw them down. Oh, maybe. Fuck you, nature. Okay, well I see bouncing surge. I like bouncing surge. Though I am a little concerned that I'm not getting any sort of... Hold on, let's take the portal. I am concerned that I'm not getting my other spells upgraded. And this is Iris we're talking about. She just kind of does what she feels like. No thanks. I know I should be picking up Cursed Relics to improve the Curse Eater's Mask, or in this case, Curse Eater's Bundle, but I also have to be very careful about which Cursed Relic effects I even want, and that's not one of them that comes very, very highly recommended. Like, perfect if you want to speedrun a level, but... You know, if you're like me and you want to explore every nook and cranny, then you're gonna have problems. Guess I can't complain too hard about getting Airborne Slam. Like, even if it's not something I'm going to necessarily use, it's still good. Anders, where are you? I think he's in the loo. Had too much of Joyce's lemonade, I guess. I'm gonna grab it just because it is effective even if you don't have spells of many elements. It's still good. Now that's what I call a fight. Oh, and there's... So... I keep forgetting about this benefit until I see it in action, but another benefit of Dragon Circuit, the Mirror Shield Knights can't reflect it. Because of its kind of piercing and trampling effect, they can't do a damn thing to stop it. Now, think about that for a moment. Something super high-powered like a Knockout Boulder or Exploding Fireball, they bounce back as if it were just a rubber bouncy ball. But Dragon Circuit just eats that shield up for breakfast. Like, it just doesn't care. Oh, do I take the sword or the handbag? One of those is getting taken, and I'm not sure which one it is. Let's see if I can get even one of my standards to get enhanced, then I'll take the luxury handbag. But otherwise, I should take the sword. And I should probably just take the sword anyway. Alright, cool. We can upgrade Furious Tempest. There we go. Over here, guys. Thank you. Hey, anything good? Yeah, you've got a couple of good things, actually. Little area of effect control there, and a good defensive relic. I'm all for these things. Alright, so here's my thought process. I know I said I probably should just take the sword anyway. Here's why I'm not going to take the Golden Saber of Envy. I still have one Arcana to upgrade, and I still have plenty of room for relics. Which means I still need a healthy amount of cash in order to get things done on this run. So we will just take the handbag and call it good. We are striking a lovely little balance between power and critical hits. I love it. Alright, and... yeah, what the hell. Considering that I have a lot of things that are doing the shock status effect, I think that only makes good sense. There we go. Lovely little flower of electricity there. I do really like the animation. Like, I know that the animation of the spell isn't necessarily as important as how effective it is, but God, it's effective and it looks pretty. Like, it really is just super satisfying. And you know, after all the complaining that I did about how Lightning Elemental signatures aren't that good, I'm just happy that we're now in the realm of the ones that are. Thank you, Sharky. Good old Sharky the Friendly Shark. That doesn't even sound creative. You don't sound creative. Alright, well, what if I call him Sabertooth? Is that better? Darksage has been reading too many Marvel comics. I assure you, I have not. Also, thanks to how the signature works, you really don't have to aim it at all. It just kind of does its own thing. So it's very satisfying to have a signature that you can just throw out and not have to think about it. It's a very simple fire and forget sort of thing. And the tracking is very good on it. Like, this is just another one of those signature spells that can kind of just do everything. Go, Sabertooth, you can do it. I don't know, which name do you guys like better, Sabertooth or Sharky the Friendly Shark? And Munch. I somehow managed to go everywhere but Iris's Bazaar. What the hell? Okay, so she's willing to sell me another copy of Airborne Slam, but she's not willing to make Sabertooth a better shark. Iris, I'm disappointed. Not mad, just disappointed. What the hell? This combination of skills is making me feel very much in control. Oh, there we go. We can finally upgrade Serpent / Sabertooth / Muncher. Oh, that was a waste. Yeah, seriously, this spell is kinda goated. It's got homing properties, it's got a huge area of effect. Well, sometimes it's got good homing properties. I don't know what the hell that was. Okay, Oh, raffle ticket isn't doing me any good. And again, when does it ever? Dark Sage, I think you had a run where it got you like 3 or 4 free items. Okay, aside from that one time. See, look at that. Even when it's not doing damage, it's still doing good work. Alright, so far so good. Yeah, me and my raccoon mask think it's time for you to go down. Owie. Combo Town. Alright, good dodge, good dodge. I'm also noticing that this combination of abilities is really charging my signature gauge, like, super fast. Okay, well, even though I know I can't hit Sura with status effects, I'm just gonna keep it. Mostly because I so rarely even take Indra's Copper Pipe, it'll be interesting to actually end the run with it. That's right, keep up that pressure. Beautiful. That was a beautiful signature signature kill. Alright, well I haven't exactly changed my mind on lightning elemental signatures being crap, but I am going to say that the ones that are good are very good. Dragon Circuit definitely is in that rank. Like, this is just an overall good spell, just in general. Definitely worthy of, at the very least, a good A rank. Maybe, like, I don't know if I'm willing to put it in S rank, but I don't know, I might change my mind by the time I get there. So we'll see. Just for now, understand that this is very good, and I feel a little guilty about not using it more often in some of my other builds. But what do you guys think about Dragon Circuit? By all means, comment below, either in a comment in YouTube or on my social media, links of which will be in the description below. I, of course, would like to thank you for coming in and spending some of your free time here with me today. I very much appreciate it. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. My name is Darksage Walker, and you take care, everybody.